Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings. On the show today we celebrate World Tourism Day that was observed this week and look at India as a sustainable tourism destination. Train travel being one of the most sustainable ways to travel, we showcase scenic train trips in India. The Oktoberfest has just kicked off. Let us show you how. We also bring you unique and exciting stories from both above and below the ground, from Istanbul to Morocco. Let's start. With the theme of sustainability in tourism gaining global attention, India is emerging as a leader by embracing eco-friendly, responsible tourism practices. This World Tourism Day, we explore how India is weaving sustainability into its vibrant tourism offerings.
Sustainability is emerging as a top focus for many countries around the world, and the tourism sector has a big impact on our environment. For India, sustainability is important to ensure tourist spots and wildlife-sensitive places are preserved so that future generations can also visit them. India has a few ecotourism hotspots where local governments have taken steps to ensure the environment is cared for, such as Kerala's Responsible Tourism Initiative launched in 2017, and more recently the sustainable practices of Sikkim, India's first fully organic state. These destinations are leading the way in showing how tourism can thrive while protecting the environment. There are also specific resorts across the country where sustainability takes center stage, like Uttarakhand's Vangat Eco Lodge or CGH Earth in Kerala. For wildlife tourism, the government has managed to bring back the tiger population numbers into healthy enough numbers to even lift tigers from some national parks and repopulate parks previously without tigers. At Ranthambore National Park and Kanha Tiger Reserve, conservation and responsible wildlife tourism ensure the protection of endangered species like the Bengal tiger, while also providing local communities with sustainable livelihoods. In Ranthambore, villagers who used to reside inside the park have been relocated and given work to make handicrafts for tourists at places like Dastkar and Sawai Madhopur. This highlights India's initiatives for responsible safari tourism, which promotes respect for wildlife and minimizes human impact on natural habitats. Local and rural communities are preserving India's rich heritage through sustainable tourism. Examples include the Himalayan homestays in Ladakh, where travelers experience local culture while supporting traditional lifestyles and environmental conservation, without necessitating the construction of new massive hotels in a fragile region. There is also Konoma Village in Nagaland, India's first green village, where sustainable practices in agriculture and tourism are helping to protect local biodiversity and cultural heritage. Situated near the Indo-Myanmar border, the village didn't get their green tag easily, as hunting was common, but still managed to become first. In recent years, sustainable farm-to-table culinary experiences have emerged across India. Examples include organic farms like the Sahakari Spice Farm in Goa, and and also community-driven initiatives in Kerala. Here, tourists can taste local traditional food that supports the region's agricultural sustainability. When it comes to adventure tourism, there are many places in India where tourists can try activities like trekking, river rafting, and camping. Places like Himachal Pradesh and Rishikesh in Uttarakhand are incorporating sustainable tourism practices, including the promotion of leave no trace trekking, eco-friendly campsites, and responsible adventure travel that reduces the environmental impact. There are also new trends emerging, like eco-friendly cycling tours in Rajasthan and Ladakh that provide tourists with thrilling adventures while also reducing the carbon footprint of travel. World Tourism Day can inspire travelers to make responsible choices, whether exploring India's vibrant cities or its serene natural landscapes. Sustainable tourism is key to preserving India's beauty for future generations.
India's diverse landscapes have always captivated travelers, and one of the most sustainable ways to experience its beauty is by rail. In our next story, we look at the iconic train rides in the country.
India, a country known for its diversity in landscapes, culture, and history, offers some of the most scenic rail routes for travelers. On the 20th of September, Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw flagged off a new Bharat Gaurav train for the Bharat-Nepal Yatra. This special train will take travelers on a cultural journey, connecting iconic destinations in India and Nepal.
भारत और नेपाल के दोनों जो कल्चरल हेरिटेज के
Tourists will now be able to experience the best of India and Nepal's shared cultural heritage. This train will cover Ayodhya, Sitamarhi, Janakpur, Kashi Vishwanath, and Pashupatinath in its package. All arrangements for lodging and travel will be borne by the Indian Railways.
But this isn't the only scenic journey available. India is home to several iconic tourist trains that traverse breathtaking routes. Let's take a look at some of them. One of the most famous train rides is the Palace on Wheels, which runs through the royal state of Rajasthan. It is designed to offer passengers a royal experience while exploring the heritage of Rajasthan. This luxurious train takes passengers back in time, passing by dunes, historic forts, and opulent palaces. The route covers India's most famous landmarks and cities, including Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur, and the iconic Taj Mahal in Agra. The Deccan Odyssey offers an equally luxurious experience for those exploring the Western Ghats and lush greenery. The train takes passengers through Maharashtra's vibrant landscapes. Starting in Mumbai, it passes by the caves of Ajanta and Ellora, Goa's pristine beaches, and the rolling hills of the Deccan Plateau. Next up is the Golden Chariot, the pride of southern India. This train takes tourists on a journey through Karnataka's rich cultural heritage. From the majestic Mysore Palace to the historic ruins of Hampi, this scenic route also touches the wildlife reserves and beautiful coastlines of Kerala and Goa. For adventure seekers, the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, also known as the Toy Train, is a charming ride that passes through the misty hills of West Bengal. The narrow gauge train travels through tea plantations and offers stunning views of the Himalayas, culminating in Darjeeling, often referred to as the Queen of the Hills. Now we turn to a travel experience that redefines luxury on the rails. The Maharaja's Express offers travelers a chance to live like royalty while exploring some of the country's most iconic destinations. This lavish train runs on 4 routes across the country, showcasing destinations from the bustling streets of Delhi and Mumbai to the historic forts and palaces of Rajasthan and the spiritual lands of Varanasi. Whether it's luxury, culture or adventure you're after, India's tourist trains provide a scenic gateway to explore the heart of this diverse and colourful land sustainably.
The Munich Oktoberfest is one of the biggest folk festivals on earth and annually draws countless visitors to Bavaria. The festival recently kicked off with the traditional barrel of beer hammering by Munich's mayor.
Bavaria in Germany is perhaps most famous for its Oktoberfest annual festival. It is the most famous beer festival in the world, and it kicked off on September 22nd of this year after Munich's mayor, Dieter Reiter, traditionally tapped the first beer keg. Visitors worldwide gathered dressed in lederhosen and dirndl corseted dresses for the festival. Long communal tables are set up in tents where seats are coveted. This is where revelers drink beer from liter mugs in traditional style and gorge on hearty snacks like sausages, pork knuckle, and roast chicken while listening to music bands. Many traditions characterize the festival like a procession that brings innkeepers to the fairground in horse-drawn wagons and parades where every participant wears their finest traditional clothes and marches down the street playing drums. The traditional wear usually involves lederhosen or leather pants for men that can be either short or knee length, along with a checkered shirt, high woolly socks, and an alpine hat. Women wear corseted dresses called dirndl, made with fine detailing, lace-up fronts, and aprons. According to tradition, if the apron bow is to the left, the lady is single, while to the right means the woman is spoken for. Oktoberfest has roots in a horse race in 1810, celebrating the wedding of Bavarian Crown Prince, Prince Ludwig, and Princess Theresa of Saxony-Hildenburg-Gausen. How is the turnout this year's Oktoberfest? Even after years of inflation, tons of discerning drinkers, including students, arrive in Munich to quench their thirst.
We are planning to have a lot of fun today here in the Schottenhamel tent. We enjoy the atmosphere and we're here together. We have several tables and are looking forward to have fun.
Spaß haben, feiern, nette Leute kennenlernen.
We are here to have fun partying, to meet nice people. What more? Simply enjoy the time at the Oktoberfest.
This festival is a must-see for beer lovers and will surely deliver a good brew.
A centuries-old water storage tank in Istanbul draws tens of thousands of visitors daily. The Basilica Cistern, once the vital water source for the ancient city of Constantinople, now captivates tourists from around the globe with its stunning underground architecture and enchanting atmosphere.
This is Istanbul, formerly known as Constantinople, when the city was the capital of the Byzantine Empire. The city is famous for landmarks like Hagia Sophia, which today is a grand mosque, but was formerly a Byzantine church. Let us show you an underground tourist site that draws tens of thousands daily. It may resemble an ancient palace or temple, but this remarkable structure served a far more practical purpose: storing water. Situated 20 meters underground, the Basilica cistern is a relic of past civilizations, built during the Byzantine Empire and later expanded under Emperor Justinian in the 6th century. The 10,000 square meter subterranean expanse, lined with towering columns, once stored water that sustained both the Byzantine imperial palace and the entire city of Constantinople. Even after the Ottomans took the city in 1453, the cistern continued to serve the new sultans in what became the bustling city of Istanbul. Today, along with the Hagia Sophia, just 150 meters away, the Basilica cistern is one of Istanbul's top tourist attractions. Since reopening in July 2022, after an extensive renovation, the cistern now draws between 20,000 and 30,000 visitors daily.
Initially, I thought just with the name that it's a basilica, a form of church. But I just learned that it's actually used to be an ancient water storage tank, so which is very interesting to know. I had no clue. I had not read about it before coming here.
I just can't believe that those many years ago that they had this much knowledge to build something like this and make it watertight and find the resources.
Absolutely amazing. So a few things. I love the history, and I love the different columns, how they're all unique, because they took them, from the Romans, and they just put them as necessary, and they're all useful, but every single one is different. I also love how they bring in Turkish art. So you see the sculptures everywhere. It's just also fascinating.
Among the cistern's highlights is the crying column, known for its teardrop-shaped designs and the extra moisture that clings to its surface. The cistern also doubles as an art gallery, offering a unique setting for artists to display their works among the 9-meter-high columns. Visitors traverse the vast space on a metal walkway suspended just above the water, occasionally feeling condensation droplets, a subtle reminder of the cistern's nearly 1,500-year-old role. Over 300 Ionic, Corinthian and Doric columns support the domed ceiling, many of which were repurposed from older buildings across the Byzantine Empire. This gives the cistern a charmingly mismatched appearance, blending Byzantine and Roman architectural elements. The most intriguing features are the two upside-down Medusa heads tucked beneath the two columns. According to Greek mythology, Medusa could turn people to stone with a glance. No one knows why the heads were placed in this manner, but some speculate it was to neutralize her legendary power. The Basilica cistern remains a point of pride for local authorities, not just for its historical significance, but also for the immense crowds it continues to draw.
We will now take you to Morocco, that embraces eco-tourism by offering visitors more sustainable experiences. We also take a look inside the country's unique cave dwellings.
In the Agafé desert of Morocco, tourists are in for a fun experience. Camel rides through vast scenic landscapes. It's more than just an adventure. It's part of Morocco's growing ecotourism sector. Camel rides are just one of many activities aimed at reducing the carbon footprint while giving visitors an authentic taste of the local culture. Morocco is making strides in ecotourism, offering more sustainable travel experiences to visitors. Morocco's tourism minister, Fatima Zahra Amour, has emphasized that sustainability is a top priority for the country's tourism sector. Ecotourism is expanding across the nation, with Agafé leading the charge. Located just 34 kilometers from Marrakech, the area has become a prime destination for eco-conscious travelers. During the first half of June, Morocco welcomed 17.6 million tourists. The tourism ministry reports that about 5% of them engaged in ecotourism, and a significant portion is happening in Agafe. One of the pioneers of this movement is the Kasbah Agafe Hotel and Spa, a centuries-old stone house transformed into a sustainable oasis. It allows guests to soak in the local culture through various activities. The owner bought the property in 1996, dedicating 4 years to its renovation using locally sourced natural materials.
We have windows when to switch on electricity. We looking seriously at solar panels for getting the water from the wells. Serious also, and for irrigation, drip by drip irrigation. We use no pesticide in the whole property. We never used any pesticides.
With ecotourism on the rise, Agafe is setting a new standard in sustainable travel, attracting visitors from around the world who are eager to experience Morocco's natural beauty while positively impacting the environment. This is Bhalil, a small traditional town near Fez, Morocco. The moment visitors arrive, they are greeted by a striking "I love Bhalil" sign, welcoming them into a town like no other. Bhalil is renowned for its historic cave houses, some of which date back to the 4th century. Originally inhabited by the Amazigh people, these caves have passed through generations, evolving into homes for the locals and now an attraction for tourists seeking something different. Bhalil boasts over 600 caves and 45 natural water sources. These caves were once expanded to accommodate families, livestock, and food storage.
الكهوف تساهم في استقطاب السياح الأجانب من جميع أنحاء العالم.
The caves contribute to attracting foreign tourists from all over the world. Tourists are amazed when they enter the cave and find themselves in a unique place of its kind.
واحد المكان اللي هو فريد من نوعه.
Though some caves remain more rustic, others have been updated with modern amenities like running water and electricity to accommodate tourists. Since 2021, Bhalil has welcomed 300 tourists each year, but with modernization and the growth of more modern homes, fewer locals choose to live in the caves. With its history and charm, Bhalil's cave homes are a window into Morocco's past. While tourism continues to grow, local leaders are pushing to ensure these historic dwellings remain part of the town's future.
That's a wrap for this week's Wings. We will return next weekend with more travel content for you. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.